Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Come on in. Hi, everybody! It is Tuesday, and that means it is another exciting episode of Wonder here in the Indigo Playroom. I'm your good buddy Scribe, the DM for this ragtag bunch of heroes. Before we get started, we've got a few announcements to start off with. Tonight, of course, is Wonder, our homebrewed D&D 5th edition game set in Wonderland years after the events of Alice in Wonderland took place. But Thursday night here on Indigo is going to be another episode of Creative Chaos. Creative Chaos is going to be amazing. This week we have the irritable Alcaboose Bender, who's going to be coming and teaching you how to make simple syrups.
Look, he's getting more irritable.
And other fun alcoholic drinks.
I'm going to help him become more irritable on Thursday. You're welcome.
Definitely
She's real good at it. So tune in for that on Thursday. It's bound to be a hoot and a half. On Friday is a Dungeons & Dragons one-shot here on the channel. I'm very excited about Level 20, kids, taking place at the end of time itself. It is an epic adventure with these guys having some crazy, intense battles. You can ask Indigo when I'm not sort of chilling on the couch. I have those papers next to me and I'm sort of studying stuff and
it's not annoying at all.
And scores from you, okay? I learned it from watching you. When you irritate Alcaboose. So that's happening on Friday.
I'm going to have to excuse myself.
Yeah.
But you would have threesomes.
Sunday is going to be us sitting on the couch. It's another cool episode of like chill, kicking back, laid back, fun game time with Scribe and Indigo. As we talk about the week, we talk about one-shots, we talk about the upcoming exciting games. I think on that night, I will go ahead and make the announcement of a game that is happening that particular week that ties into one of the channels that we have on Indigo. More of that later. So, all that being said, you're going to want to tune in Sunday for a fun little announcement, and then we'll cycle us back to Tuesday for Wonder. Full birthday. A very big birthday to you. Yeah. No, it actually is my birthday. I don't know why I said unbirthday. So please tune in for that. And I think that's it for announcements. When last we left our heroes, a bunch of singing happened. If you haven't already watched that episode, I'm not going to sum up a lot of it because it's just so much fun to watch. I may have showed it to my show director at the place where the mouse is the boss, and he was like, wow, this is pretty great. And I was like, yeah, thanks, they did a great job. So
that's what my mom said when she watched it.
That's what my mom said. It's please, if you haven't already checked that out, you can check it out on Twitch and YouTube. The heroes met Gil Tar, the wonderful traveling bard that helped them sort of reach catharsis on a couple of different things. They traveled to Tanath, where Mandrake got to run into some of his friends and people that he sort of spent a good portion of his life with in the Gnomish village, the cabbage capital of Wonder. There was a moment where he explored his abode where he used to live, where he was taught by the alchemist there, but unfortunately the alchemist had been taken. But he discovered a secret message thanks to an obscenely high perception roll that showed him that the alchemist may have been taken, but he was not dead. So, all of that being said, we also met a brand new person by the name of Flint, I believe. Yep, Flint. Flint is a good friend of Nix's and seemed very happy. He's a fire genasi and just an all-around cool guy. Not temperature-wise, just demeanor. He's actually quite warm because he's a fire genasi.
Oh, he's hot.
Yeah, it's super hot. Honestly, he's so hot right now. The episode ended with a couple of different things happening. First and foremost, it ended with Gil sort of leaving and going back to whence he came, being associated with the Dormouse. The only one of the group that realizes this is our good buddy Grim, who just happened to catch a quick glimpse and was like, more drinking.
It's interesting. I shall drink more.
The party sort of went on and on into the night, and this is where we end up right now. The heroes have all leveled up to 5, but they are not 5. You are not the Jedi yet. You are not 5 yet. The 5 will happen after you take this long rest. We're actually going to go to seconds after we ended. with the caterpillar supposedly talking with Thoe
I forgot.
and landing on her in butterfly form.
That's right.
And that's where we're going to pick up. We're not going to pick it up right there. We're going to pick it up.
We're gonna pick it up right here.
We'll pick it up right there with the butterfly sort of landing on you and just sort of sitting on your shoulder and sort of looking at you. That way.
Hello.
Hello.
Is the voice of the butterfly familiar to me?
The voice of the butterfly is very familiar to
And
you.
is the butterfly talking in my brain or talking with words out of his mouth?
It's hard to tell because the mouth is so
Very tiny.
small, and you're seeing the proboscis sort of move back and forth. So you're assuming that some of this may be projected.
Okay. Your voice sounds familiar to me. Does your voice sound familiar to me?
I'm not sure. Does your voice sound familiar to you?
Does your voice sound familiar to me because we know each other?
It does, Thoe. Have you forgotten me so soon?
Well, no, I haven't forgotten you. I just didn't want to get my hopes up, okay? I also didn't know you were a butterfly now.
Well, that can be many things at many different times.
Oh, like you can go back and forth? Where have you been? Where is everyone?
Away. I'm not sure about the other ones. They, there was confusion and a bit of loss, and I can't sense them on this plane, Thoe.
What happened? Everything was gone. I mean, the trees were gone. The buildings were gone. Everything was gone.
There was noise. There was fire. There was arcane energy. And there was something else. And I woke up not too far away in a chrysalis, protected from the brunt of it, and when I went back to where the village was, they were gone.
Do you have a way to find them?
I thought I did. I thought I'd been tracking them this whole time. It's hard to cover ground as a butterfly.
Well, you gotta cover air instead. You're winged.
It's true. But I found you.
You did. Are you staying? I mean, you can stay. I mean, I wasn't telling you to go or anything like that. But what are your plans?
I've missed our talks.
Oh, I've missed our talks too.
I don't really have plans, per se. I am appreciative of what your people did for me all those years, and their protection meant the world to me. Their worship meant the world to me, but I'm not sure. Is there something I'm expected to do here?
I would never expect anything of you. I mean, you're allowed to do whatever you want. I mean, you're welcome to stay. I would love it if you stayed. I want to make sure that you're safe, and I want to make sure that you're protected. And I'm not sure how I can protect you because I can't put you in a glass jar, and you're very tiny and you're very delicate.
Breathe. I understand. Tell me then, what do you expect of you?
I expect of me to find you and to find my village, so I'm like halfway there.
Good. Then this is a successful day. You're halfway to meeting your goals.
Thanks.
Alright?
Okay.
I will stay with you for a time.
Okay.
I won't be far away. I won't travel with you because I feel it might be easier to spot.
You need to be safe.
I
What do
know-
I tell everybody else? I mean, they can see you, right?
What do you mean, everyone else?
I mean, the other people that I'm with.
Do you trust them?
Well, yeah.
So,
I wouldn't be with them if I didn't trust them.
Then I trust you.
Okay.
It might be time to tell them a bit of where you come from,
Okay.
of what your purpose is.
You're not like in my head, right? You're like, they can see you too? You're not like some sort of figment of my imagination?
And he sort of flies away.
They're all around me, right? Or they're near me?
I imagine that people were sleeping separate unless everybody was sort of
Oh, that's
clumped
right. So
together.
they're still sleeping. That's right. Ah.
It's
okay.
late in the evening, so if you would be clumped with some people.
Yeah, but they're sleeping. That's okay. Okay. Thank you.
Grim.
Hey, bud.
Hey, man.
Hey, bud.
You're asleep,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and I want to talk about what everybody's doing that night.
Okay.
You're asleep, and you go back to that sort of space that you go to when you're asleep, that sort of darkened forest, and tell me what the wild side of you looks like. When you picture yourself, we're talking to this, interacting with it, what does it look like? Is it larger than life?
I imagine himself just being a little bit bigger than his actual self. Just
Does he look exactly like you?
a little. I mean, like you can see similarities, like in the eye, but a lot of it's more beast, more animal, more rage.
Okay. You are sitting down, you're relaxing, you don't know, you're in that half stage of awake and asleep, and you're sort of leaning back, and you are sort of watching as that wild side of you walks in front of you, pacing back and forth. What are we doing here?
We're waiting.
This is Pack. That one, the hat, that is Pack now.
He's good company. He's fine.
What about the other one, the female?
Well, she's fine.
Yes?
Yes.
Are we breeding?
Can we?
I mean, this is goal. Breed, make larger pack. Hunt together.
I don't know if we can. I haven't given it much thought.
You not give any thought.
I have given thought well enough, thank you. Given thought to Mandrake.
You imprint on Mandrake.
Of course I did. Like you say that like as if I didn't know what I was doing. As if it was a horrible idea.
It's not horrible. Grow pack. Accept pack. Stronger together.
And he's strong himself, in his own right.
He will growl at this.
Just because you think you're more vocal than I am does not mean that I'm taken down by you.
His hand shoots out, grabs you by the neck, and lifts you up in the air a little bit in this sort of dreamscape. He's like, strong pack. Alpha. Alpha.
Oh, yeah. Now you can put me down. Now, is there anything else aside from strong pack? Because I feel like I've chosen my side pretty well with Mandrake.
More blood. More
Carnage.
fighting. More fighting.
Now, if the time's right, when the time's right, we're not going to go out just harming random people.
Bad people
Well, that's a different story.
make you stronger. More blood. I protect you.
More blood.
More blood.
Now, I'm assuming I can like reach out and just, we'll just shake.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
reaches out and grabs your hand, and yeah, okay. What are you doing that night? Day.
So the last thing we did was kind of help him clean up his house.
Yes.
After the events that unfolded, she's not doing great. It's been some time. She's probably, like, while he's doing his thing, probably off by some tree, just by herself, like, debating on if she's gonna take one of her tablets or if she's trying to power through it.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not doing great. I'll say that much.
Give me a wisdom saving throw then. Let's play this out.
That's a 10.
It's right down the line then. I think it starts to get bad. I think you start sweating, but I'm gonna leave this more of a character choice to you. If it's skewed one way or the other, I would say, but this is kind of right down the center lane here.
Is she doing that thing where she like her house was invaded. She just met someone else's family. She got a note from Princess. She's not doing good. She's gonna take one.
She's gonna take one?
Yeah, she's not doing good.
Okay. Okay. Give me a D20.
$12.
Okay. This isn't actually bad. So you take one of these, and then all of a sudden you're sort of leaning up against the tree, and sort of the stars are shining, and then you're sort of looking at the colors of the different plants in the area. You're paying attention to the moon and the stars, and the colors that you can see all just seem a little bit brighter and more fun. Like you actually spend a little bit of time, if anybody was paying attention, to like dipping your hand in the water that seems to have pooled and sort of trickling it upward. You like move your hand like this, and you see like the little wave patterns, and it's zooming in your focus and then zooming it back out. For the next 24 hours, you have advantage on perception.
Cool.
Like just noticing everything around you. You have disadvantage on investigation because the details pop and draw you and stuff like this. Like, so advantage on perception, disadvantage on investigation checks.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
As the colors start to paint, but you are definitely a lot more mellow. You're a lot more chilled, like even keeled back in the right headset.
Is she, like, this is a weird question.
Sure.
The colors are super bright. Is
Yeah.
she seeing a lot of violets? A lot of violet colors?
I think if you ask that question, you've already answered that question. I think
I just picture
the
like
purples are jumping out at you a little bit more.
in the middle of the night, like purples and blues would really jump out.
Yeah. Some of the flowers and stuff.
Okay. Cool.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'll be honest, Flint is gonna talk for the whole. He's gonna talk about the whole night, and he's not gonna go anywhere. Like he's just gonna talk and hang out and stuff like that. Do you just kind of stay up and share stories and eventually
get caught up since
Yeah.
it's been 6 years.
Flint tells you about his travels, about how he got into a bad crowd. He made some pacts with something. He's being a little vague on it, but he tells you these stories. He kind of shows you some of the magical prowess that he's picked up over the years, and shows you the wagon where he's picked up sort of various different things from all over the continent of wonder. He talks about how he served as a king's guard for a little bit at the Red Keep, just to see if it was something that would fit him. And he was like, no, he doesn't. I don't deal well with authority. Apparently, you knew this long before I did. But he spends the whole night. I think you guys should spend the whole night talking until just kind of fall asleep. But everyone now gets a long rest and is officially level 5. You slept in the hut, correct, Mandrake?
No.
No.
I slept on the roof of the hut.
You slept on the roof of the hut. The next morning, you are awakened with the smell of cooking and the gnomes going about their day. Farmers tend to get their day started fairly early, and the city is somewhat bustling, even after the sort of late night celebrating that you had the night before. There's a bit of commotion, and all of your respective abodes, you find that there are plates of food sort of waiting for you. Day, I don't know if you managed to get back to where...
Yeah, she would have managed to find her way back to Grim.
You see a group of little ones that are sort of like giggling and stuff like that, and as they come over and like leave plates next to the two of you and sort of like smile and poke at him a little bit with like a stick, and then
With a stick?
yeah, like as he's sleeping.
It's funnier if you laugh right at his face.
And like, so one of them like gets real close and goes, ha ha ha, and they
And
go
she'll
running,
put her hand on his chest.
they go running off into the woods, like screaming and giggling and like like laughing.
You're okay. You're okay. They were having some fun.
The craziest dreams.
When you wake up, Flint is not there. But you hear the sound of his voice coming from the village, like the sort of village proper. And as you make your way out to the center, he's there, amiably with Bixby, like telling stories, and it looks like he's telling him like a dirty joke or a story.
Great.
And the old man is just laughing uproariously, and it looks like there's a bit of a connection there as he's been traveling back and forth. Once again, you guys all find sort of food. Yours might be a little bit more stacked on it than normal. There's also a tiny hat next to your plate of food, Mandrake.
Okay.
And same with you. Though you notice that all of yours is sort of vegetarian, like plants and fruits. But you wake up, and for the better part of the day, you guys have breakfast. Do we hang out here for the day? Do we...
The first thing I'm going to do is reset the trap that was on the front door.
Okay, I would say just give me a straight up Dex plus proficiency to rearm this trap for me. It's something simple here. It's not going to be a high DC, but set up this trap for me.
Okay.
I think I'd be going just try to look for him.
The dex roll.
Yeah, roll a d20, add your Dex and your proficiency.
When suddenly...
Yeah. Suddenly a wild Magnoth appears.
Wow.
Hi, Dimitri. Bye, Dimitri.
Hashtag not me. Bye.
You see Dimitri walking down the road. He's carrying some goods.
Did he ever find that Magnoth guy, though, that he was chasing last week?
Yeah. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
21.
21. Yeah, you managed to reset it fairly easily. As you reset it, you guys are all sort of congregating in the middle. You said you were going to go find him.
Yeah, I was gonna go find
Okay.
Mandrake. Just, you're right.
The plan.
Right, you say you can say that, but are you okay?
I'm not strong enough yet.
You will be. We're stronger together.
I know that.
You have me for whatever you need.
I understand.
So, do we leave from here?
I saw the caterpillar last night.
Well, that's great, but they're everywhere. We're outside.
No, I saw the caterpillar last night.
Wait, do you mean the caterpillar?
Well, that's why I said the caterpillar.
You said the caterpillar. I didn't say the.
I didn't say a caterpillar. I said the caterpillar. It was a definite article.
Yeah, but you said the caterpillar. Hey, I saw the cat yesterday. I saw the hat yesterday.
Anybody that wants to can make a history check right now. I would say...
Am I there or am I somewhere else?
Are you? Are you...
I figured I wouldn't be. I'd be with
Why do you
Flint.
betray
Yeah.
me so much?
Might stink a butt.
Blow on these, please.
You see them off in the corner sort of congregating, but you're hanging out. Yeah.
So you saw the caterpillar.
That's what I said.
Well, then
I mean, he's not a caterpillar right now. He's a
Oh,
butterfly, but
So then, which did you see? The caterpillar, a butterfly.
Regardless.
I saw a butterfly that was the caterpillar.
And what happened? You just saw him in the distance, or?
You're nearby?
No, he was flitting near me.
Close.
We're friends.
I'm not
Friends?
in here
Great.
distance.
Friends?
Yes.
Even in the caterpillar?
Yeah. Yes.
Zoe, don't you think this was something that would have been great to bring up? I don't know, when we were like in that place
Well,
where they
I don't know.
worship
I
the
just don't go
caterpillar.
name dropping everywhere. Sometimes it's a little annoying.
Oh,
I mean-
it's not about name dropping. It's about letting us in on the information that would have helped us in a situation.
How would this have helped you? I didn't know where he was.
No, but you know who he was.
Well, everybody knows who he is.
Not intimately.
Well, I don't know him intimately. Jeez,
He
who do you
perched
think I
upon your
am?
shoulder.
What?
He perched upon your shoulder.
Well, he was flying, so he wasn't really perching on
He
my shoulder. He
fluttered
was
upon
flying
your
around my
Okay,
shoulder.
okay, everybody. What's happening here is Zoe is trying to share some information with us now. As much as we would have enjoyed it earlier, I think we should hear her out.
How would it have made a difference to have it earlier?
It would have been helpful, considering I had to deceive this man into thinking we knew exactly who the caterpillar was when one of us actually did. Some advantage, maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure it would have helped us in that particular situation, though.
That was then, this is now. What did
Yes.
you say?
Oh, he's around. He's nearby.
Great.
Nearby. So, I have a question, because I don't know much about the caterpillar. How do you help him, or how does that work? Because he's almost a god in this part.
He doesn't need me to help him.
That's what I'm curious about. That's what I'm saying. So
He's way more powerful than I am.
this is what we're in agreement with, and that's why I'm asking.
Yeah. No. I mean, he was in our village, and we were making sure that he was protected. I mean, we don't have to protect him, but it's good for him to have people around him. But then my village disappeared, and he disappeared with it, and I didn't know where he was or where they were.
Wait. Would you say that you're a follower of the caterpillar?
Well, sometimes I followed him. He didn't travel around a lot.
That's too good of an opening not to pass up on. Give me perception checks as you guys are all on the bar.
Now,
You see everything.
24.
For a minute, Chloe's vision backs out, and you see a table with people sitting at it. Paper. It scares the crap out of you, and you come back. 19, 20.
20 not nat.
20 not now.
24.
24.
Oh.
You better not be bullshitting us because we high, man.
That one.
Everybody but Nick.
he wasn't paying attention anyway.
See, two men start walking into the camp, each wearing the armor of the Red Keep, each with hearts on their sleeve.
She's gonna go ahead and where's this thing? The brooch. She's gonna use it to look like one of the gnomes and kind of hang out there.
Okay, cool. So you're just
She's gonna be a little small gnome with pink hair and 2 different colored eyes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And yeah, she's gonna talk really loud and really happily.
Sure. Anybody else doing anything as these two sort of walk in?
So I had that special effects clothing. Was that one for that one,
No,
day?
you can change your clothing.
Didn't like I'd imagine like after being on the road and being in traveler, kind of getting a little dingy. I want to look something more upper class, more fashionable.
All right, I like this.
More debonair. More
Debonair.
classic.
Okay, so change your clothes, change this. Let's. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up next to Grim, facing them.
Good day, good evening. We are here for Mr. Bixelby, the gnomish fellow.
What business have you here?
Upon saying that, Bixelby sort of, toddles over and he sort of leaves Flint's side. And, I'm in. What is it you want? Don't listen to the idiot. And he says, Sir, if you can, we're sorry to all you. We're going to have to escort you back to the Red Keep. And Bixelby sort of frowns a little bit, and it's gathering some of the attention of the people in the village. And he says, on what grounds and on whose authority? On the authority of the guards, sir. Apparently, the town of Tunorth has not paid their taxes, and we have an order for your arrest.
Do you have any papers with you that you carry that marks this man as guilty? Or is that you may take him?
One of the soldiers sort of looks at your clothes and reaches behind him and pulls out a set of papers and hands them to you.
hang on a minute. The town of Tunoth has not paid its taxes?
Yes?
We are neither the town of Tunoth nor representatives thereof.
No, but he is.
Are you like in charge or something?
Bixelby?
Oh. Well, that's different. Are you sure
May I
you
see
have
those?
to take him?
He's no longer in charge.
All right. Well, the orders are still to take him, by order of the captain of the King's Guard,
The captain of the King's Guard? Really? What's his name?
Jack.
Jack. Oh, that's a cool name. I have a question. So,
Give me a deception check, right?
at advantage?
Yes, at advantage.
Oof, 19.
Yeah. What's your question?
I don't understand the whole taxes thing. How much would it a class to like fix the whole situation because that sounds like a lot of things happening right there.
Well, it does. I'm not really sure. We were just told to come and get him and bring him back for questioning so that he could settle the matter.
What's the paper say?
Well, I mean,
Perhaps your guard is hungry? You have a long journey back.
There's two of them, or
there's
one of them?
two of
Okay,
them.
there's one, but there's one who's in charge.
There's one who's sort of standing and talking, and the other one has his arms crossed, and he's just staring daggers at you all, and just sort of occasionally like shifting glances back and forth.
So the one standing talking looks nervous. The one standing there looks familiar.
Nope.
Okay.
Perhaps your guard is hungry. You have a long journey back.
Yeah, we could probably eat.
Hang on a minute. Who's in charge here? Who's like in charge?
Wouldn't it be the queen?
No, I mean, which one of you is in charge?
The one that's sort of stammering and talking will look back at the one that has his arms crossed, and he will nod his head, and the one that's talking will be like, "Oh, I'm in charge here."
I go to the one who has his arms crossed.
I would like
That's
to
strong
roll
person.
insight.
Do you need to?
I'm like insight at advantage.
I don't even think you need to roll.
You cast Charm Person.
On the one who has his arms crossed.
What are
no.
the components for this spell?
And
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's not a question you usually ask me.
It is not.
Crud.
You need the Tears of Eagles and a mulberry branch.
we've got half of those.
It's
So
Yeah.
verbal
halfway
and
there, we
somatic
can cast half the
components.
spell.
That's it.
Okay, cool.
No
That's
stuff.
all I needed to know. Thoe walks over and starts chanting incantations and moving her arms
Nothing.
towards the one that has his arms crossed. What is the wisdom DC for this?
It is a wisdom DC of 14. Hi.
Hi.
Great.
What's your name?
My name is Kenley.
Hi, Kenley. I'm Thoe.
She just cast a spell on him.
What?
She was saying stuff. Did she just cast the spell on him?
Look at
The
that.
guard that was speaking is now like looking back at the other one and is like,
I'm gonna usher him like, come, we'll find you a table. We have food and drink to revive you.
pretty sure she just cast the
Oh,
spell
look,
on
she's
him.
fine.
And
might
he'll
stop
go forward.
her
And then,
herself.
so Kenley just has his arms crossed and is.
Separated.
Yeah. Give me a persuasion check here.
Sure.
My buddy just got hurt, but I'm really hungry.
That is gonna be a 21.
Yeah, F it. Yeah, he's like, yeah, you know, I could eat. He's still standing. It can't be that bad of a spell. And then,
You can't be bad off.
At this point, you've noticed all of this, Nix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
I'm just surprised it worked.
I don't think it.
Yeah. Yeah.
For now.
I had never seen such a handsome guard before, and
Oh,
so I
thank
just
you.
had to introduce myself. What was your name again?
Oh, my name is Kenley.
Kenley. That's it. Sometimes I forget these things because I'm just so mesmerized by your beauty.
Yes. Well, us elves can be quite beautiful.
You're an elf.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met a real elf before.
Mm.
Oh god. It's happening.
Just because I'm a half doesn't mean
What can I
I'm
help you
just
with,
as-
Thoe?
I was just worried because I'm a damsel in distress, and the only thing standing between me and certain demise is the person that you're trying to take away, and I just feel so helpless and delicate.
He will look at you. He will then look at the old blind gnome. It will take a moment. And then turn back to look at you. Yes, well, heroes come in all shapes, I
They
suppose.
do. I mean, you might be surprised, but he's pretty powerful.
And what would you have me do of this?
I would have you give him some time to get me safely to my place I'm going, and then I would be happy to send him back to you
Well,
like he should be.
we don't have to take him. I mean, there is something else we could take in lieu of that.
What?
You're still holding the papers, right?
Mhm.
He points at the bottom of the paper. At the bottom of the paper, it says that a hat could be given up in exchange.
Oof.
So there you go. Problem solved.
Well, I mean, a person's hat is pretty special to them. It seems unfair to send him on his way without his hat.
True. It is difficult, but all you worry about is this hero, right? This man?
Well, I mean, but his hat is part of who he is.
It's true.
So I'm standing here. Is there like a way to roll?
To see if he's charmed?
I want to see if he's charmed and like.
I would
like,
say
yeah.
give me a straight up int check at advantage.
Straight int.
Straight int.
10.
I would say
10.
it's enough for you to realize it is super hard to charm an elf.
I don't know that.
She does not know that.
As a half elf.
As a half elf, you totally get that.
So you just want that hat?
That's what the contract says.
I don't understand. That hat seems like it's worth more than what taxes would be. How long have they not been paying taxes? That seems weird. I don't understand taxes very well, but like they just don't seem bad, right? Isn't that something that gets like?
Sorry. The hat's worth more than the taxes.
I don't know. Probably not. I don't know hats. I don't wear one.
He
See?
will immediately
Oh god.
take the sword out and walk over to where you are. Won't even say anything. I'll just start coming over and start looking at it. Why is the hat special?
Symbolic. He really loves it.
It's like a family heirloom.
Oh god.
Understood. He will put the sword away, and he will say, yes, good day to all of you. When he's done, just send him out to the road, please, and have him bring either the old man with him or the hat.
Okay. You
Why
still
don't you
never-
stay?
I think I'd rather go.
I think you should stay. After all, you've been invited to dinner by the King of Tanoth.
The cabbage capital of wonder.
Hey,
Still a king.
don't be so hard on cabbages. They're pretty delicious and nutritious.
She's right. I need more cabbage in my diet.
Yeah, I worked really hard on making those cabbages.
All right.
Oh god. It's happening.
Uh-oh.
And he just walks forward to where the guy was and sits down and starts eating.
I'm gonna take Bixleby off to over by the hut.
What's going on? Why can't I just go?
I'm not letting them take you.
I understand that, but it doesn't sound like you have much of a choice, boy.
There's only 2 of them, and there are 5 of us and a village full of gnomes.
I'm blind, and even I can see you don't just send 2 guards.
That's fair. What would you have me do?
I would have you let me go. You're a young man out and about, and you have ways of doing things. There's not much he can do to me other than sit there and question me. We all know that this is bogus.
Then I let you go.
As you say, then I let you go, I think the newcomer to your group, Flint, goes, this is bullshit.
Language.
I'm sorry, this is bullshit. We're not letting him go.
But if we take out these gods, more gods come and we bring more problems to this village. I want to protect them as well. I just don't see that great of an option right now.
She's still in the gnome facade, but well, what would you have us do?
Listen, I tried to be as charming as I could, and we shouldn't be killing them or anything, so what are we supposed to do?
Fun fact, dear, elves are very hard to charm.
If we're voting,
so you know.
I vote to kill them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
If we're seconding the vote, I vote to also kill them.
If we're thirding the vote, I vote that you're all morons. This is the Red Keep.
If we're fourthing the vote, I say we just chase them away and we don't kill them.
That's not how you third or fourth. You did.
So here's the question. Does anyone know how much they owe in taxes?
Nothing, probably.
Bixelby,
Hmm?
how much do you owe the Red Keep?
No, I don't know. Gold, platinum. I thought we were paying taxes.
Who's in charge of paying taxes?
Probably me.
And
Doesn't bode well.
and you're not sure if you're paying them.
I've been paying them.
To who?
Ish.
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 You know, I know a really great story has a horrible punchline.
Was that
Go
it?
on.
You understand you must pay taxes.
Yes, but
That was not a very good story.
It had a great punchline.
Flint, what do you suggest?
I swear to God, if you just punch him, I'm going to murder you.
Flint is looking at Bixelby. It's like he's not going to make it. We know this. I mean, I'm sorry, but
Can we just pay the back taxes? I mean, how much is it? We could probably help.
there's nothing
That's what
listed.
I've been
There
asking.
probably isn't any back taxes. This is a power move. They want his hat, for God's sake.
Yeah, having the hat in there, that kind of proves that they weren't really after him anyways.
This is Red Jack coming after me.
Does he have any reason to believe that knows that you would be here right now?
I did live here for some time, I'm sure.
Why did you come here?
Because I thought they were in danger. He threatened my family.
He goaded you here. This is a honeypot.
You don't understand. Red Jack will do whatever it takes for power.
So what do I do now, Flint? If you're so smart.
I mean,
I'm really good at helping us to be sneaky. We could just sneak away.
That
I mean,
is an excellent idea.
But just being sneaky, but not all of us are so sneaky.
I can help us all be sneaky.
How do you propose to do that?
Well, there's a spell, duh.
Of course, there's always a spell.
but
It really is.
are you suggesting we steal Bixelby away now? Or are you saying we break him out after they arrest him?
I think the 2-day travel to the keep is going to be.
I think it's way easier to just do this thing now. I mean, we could probably just, like, I don't know, scare him or knock him unconscious or do something, and then we
There's
can just
Mimi.
sneak away.
Were we close enough to hear him snap?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
very obvious about it.
So then, if he's snapping, then it's got to be a clear indication to a signal of sorts.
There's always Mimi.
Or something I was asking before they showed up.
Okay, and then if not, I've got an idea.
You are a follower of the caterpillar, yes?
I follow him sometimes, yes.
We were told that these necklaces can imbue their owner special skills, but only if they're a follower.
Oh. Oh, like the caterpillar necklace?
Yes.
I didn't think of that.
So I hand her the caterpillar necklace.
Put on the necklace.
You have a caterpillar necklace.
I have a caterpillar
So
necklace.
It looks super rad.
So,
Did you get that
I was
Burning
just
Man?
thinking that what if we just like all get together here to talk about what we're gonna do, and then we hold his hand, and everybody who wants to join us, and we clink our teacups together, and we just get out of here.
And then we come right back here when we come back.
And again, that doesn't solve them just coming after the gnomes because they didn't produce Bixelby.
Oh,
And then they're all left at a disadvantage.
oh.
And possibly defenseless.
I have an idea. You there, guard. And Flint will stride forward, and he goes, you're here for, I assume, the king's orders, correct? And they both sort of look up and say, yes, If you had a higher bounty that you could collect on, would you take that instead? And they sort of look at each other and they go, well, I suppose so. I mean, it's always good to have a higher bounty. And he's like, good, just checking. And he walks back to the group and he says, I think I have a solution.
We're listening.
I'm wanted by the Red Keep. So I could give myself up to them. And I know you don't like this. I know you think it's stupid. But honestly, I have a better chance of surviving whatever Red Jack has planned than this will be. You know this.
He makes a good point.
He's blind. He can see.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying anything. I'm just not. I don't like it. Do you want us to break you out then after a day, or
I mean,
like
sounds
what?
So adventurous. No, I mean, but if there's a way that one of you could communicate with me, is there a way that any of you can
I
reach
believe
out?
I can arrange that now.
Okay. Then check in on me. I would hate to be locked up, but I'd rather go than Bixby, who's done more for me than most people in the Kingdom of Wonder. I mean, but the choice is yours.
We could go break him out. It would be like a caper.
I mean, we already have to go to the Red Keep at some point to reunite Dandy and her father.
It's gonna be such a journey.
A journey we're already making.
I know, it's just time. I don't.
In the direction we're already going, with time we have.
I'm not
much
against the plan. I just hate.
Well,
it.
good. Not against the plan?
It's settled.
I forfeit.
He smiles and says, I like them. I can see why you're with them. This is good. And he will come over and careful not to touch too much of his skin to yours so it gets warm, but he embraces you, just hugs you, wraps you around the waist and picks you up and puts you down. It's okay.
I know. It's just.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
That's what it is.
Hey, one more story? One more story to add to the list?
Yeah.
Oh, you know it'd be a great beginning to this story? And Flint walks over to where one of the guards is sitting. He goes, all right, well, you're going to arrest me anyway. And he just punches one of the guards in the face as he's eating the food. And then as the other one sort of gets up, he turns around and smacks the other one as hard as he can, and both of them hit the ground. As that happens, the three that were on the right side in the tree line and the three that were in the left side of the tree line all sort of come in and sort of tackle him to the ground, and one of them goes over to where Bixby is, and Orford, who was the one that was talking and is holding a bloody nose at this point, says, leave him be, take the Genasi, and let's go, let's head back. They sort of walk back, and I will say he's not going without a fight. Like, he's smiling, but as he's smiling, he's like headbutting them. He's like punching them, kicking them aside. You know he's got access to arcane energy, but he's just punching and kicking and hitting and laughing the entire time as he's being dragged away.
Weird.
So
That
we
scented
run
blood is
now?
making me go.
So we run now?
I think we're fine.
I think
You may want to go.
I
at
think
this
we should
point.
probably
Thank
leave.
you, Bixby. I will take you up on that question later.
Please. Bixby waves at you, and then his wife comes over and turns him around, and he waves her at you. There are plenty of hugs and sort of sad eyes, but as Flint is being carted away off in a cart, you guys are taking the back roads home, unless there's another form of travel you would wish to employ. Okay, 2 days of travel. I assume we're headed back to the house. Are we headed to the Red Keep alone? It is your choice.
Not ready for the Red Keep.
Would not go if I had to.
Okay, so we've got a day of travel as we start to walk and sort of talk. Yes.
On the journey back, I'd like to look for any kind of alchemic ingredients.
Give me an investigation check as you sort of search around for any sort of available plants and things of that sort.
16.
Yes, you find a few different herbs as you travel along the path. You find, let's see, what do you find? You find some aludel, A-L-U-D-E-L.
Much like its brother, the noodle.
Yes.
Much like its brother, the noodle.
You could
And you find some moon clay.
Moon clay. Got it.
List those in, and then we will talk about what sort of potions and stuff that you can do as you sort of travel back. After a day of travel, does anyone do anything on this day? Are we trying to like speed travel in video game parlance to?
Fast travel.
I'll cast sending to Flint.
Okay. What do you send to him?
You're fantastic and an idiot. Are you alright? How are things going right now? We'll get you out when we can.
Fantastic idiot here. I broke another guard's nose today. Ha 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 ha.
Ha.
I'm fine. Their food sucks. I will see you soon. Going to go for third broken nose.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine.
As you sort of set up camp for the evening, you're sort of looking around at your different spots. Give me a survival check as you guys are sort of like finding a nice spot to camp for the evening.
19.
19.
Hot dice.
15.
7. I'll
Six.
sit you
Yes. You guys are sort of looking around. Leave it to Mandrake to sort of find an area where the plants have sort of created this sort of natural barrier against insects and some of the larger predators and things of that sort. As you are setting up and you're sort of digging your camp, you find this little gold, it looks like a finger sticking out of the ground as you're sort of setting up the bed mats and setting up the fire and things of that sort.
I'm gonna walk over to it.
Okay.
Investigate it a little bit.
You digging around? How are you doing this?
Yeah. I mean, if it's gleaming, I'm sure it is. And I'll just kind of walk over to it and just take a look and.
Sure. You start digging around, and it goes deep.
Deep,
You're digging away, and you find out that it's part of a gold statue. Like this little gold finger out actually belongs to like a gold statue. And as you sort of moving around, give me an investigation check. You can assist with this as well.
11.
4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys find this statue, and it's as you dig and dig and dig and dig and dig, and it's a full-size statue of a dwarf who's got his hand up like this. As you pull it out of the ground, this thing is heavy as hell. Just seems to be a gold statue of a dwarf.
This is evening, right?
This is evening.
I cast detect magic on it.
You cast detect magic on it. Nothing magical about this. What's Thoe's passive perception?
Passive perception is 16, and this is for up to 10 minutes, and it's a range of 30 feet.
It's dark enough that the statue doesn't glow, but the bag of shit that they missed because their investigation was so low that's buried under the ground beneath the statue starts to glow a little bit, and you start seeing some of this glow come from the dirt itself.
Ooh, I start digging in the dirt.
So Thoe starts digging in the dirt, digging, and sure enough, there is a bag. It looks like a sort of like sackcloth bag that looks like it was close to where the statue was. Inside is a greatsword. There's also some rusted armor pieces. Looks like a ring. The ring is doing the majority of the glowing. And there's also a coin in there that is glowing as well with the image of death on the coin. It looks like a Grim Reaper.
Okay, and then these items, because it probably took me less than 10 minutes to dig that thing up, right?
Mhm.
So tell me about, like, are all the items magical?
No. The armor is not glowing. It is not magical. The great sword is not glowing. It is not magical. The ring is glowing, and the Grim Reaper coin is glowing.
Okay, and what type of magic do they have? School of magic.
The ring has abjuration magic,
Okay.
and the coin, to the surprise of no one, has necromantic magic associated with it.
I convey this information to everyone else.
I'm over at the statue with my hammer,
I-
trying to
I was
break
gonna
gold
say,
off the statue.
I'd probably be there. I'd be right there with you, dude. We find this big ass thing of gold. It's like, let's just break
Oh
this
my God.
apart.
Guys, please don't break the statue. This is very, very rude, and it might be somebody's, like, sacred statue
It
thing.
also
Kink.
could potentially be somebody who was turned into a golden statue.
Yeah.
Do you want
Well, then
to
it's
not
figure
buried.
out what's going on with the magic here?
Finders keepers.
Yes, I can.
And
Can't I? So there's
Which
sword,
ones?
there's shield. The only thing that's magic here is the ring, which is abjuration magic, and the coin, which is bad.
Okay. It'll
My
take me a bit of
turn.
time, but I can identify what's going on.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll cast Identify as a ritual.
Okay,
So it'll take a while.
It's a 10-minute ritual.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's gonna
so
take a while on the
yeah, it's not that bad though. So you're sort of playing around, and you're digging in the dirt, and you don't find anything else. Then the two of you start working. Do you have any sort of tools that
I
would
have a jewelry kit or jeweler's kit.
Okay, jeweler's kit is like you got the
Right,
little tiny
little
things.
thing,
Like, what are we using to carve out the gold statue?
I mean, I have a dagger. I could just sit there and just kind of go with it, and just at least try to get small pieces chunked out.
Okay.
And if it's gold, and as gold as soft as it is being buried and amongst the earth, I'd imagine it's pretty malleable for the most part.
And I have a piton, which is used to like chisel into rock,
Okay.
and a hammer.
Okay. How precise are we doing? Are we just trying to get this thing's arm off?
As much gold as I get off of it.
Okay. You start chiseling. Give me. Oh God. Of all the things I planned for, I did not plan for you to start chiseling up the statue.
Large gold statue.
Give me. God. Give me
Shows my test
strength. I guess.
Well, this isn't gonna go well.
Give me. I will say. You know what? No, you spend enough time that you manage to get a solid arm off of this dwarven statue, and it's heavy in your bag as you have put in your inventory dwarven golden arm.
Okay.
Is this something we can... Now it has
If it
two
chisels
arms. Did you
away,
just
it
get the one?
becomes gold.
Well, I think one was up and the other's like in, so one is like easier to get.
The ring is called a ring of accuracy.
Okay.
It's little images of bows and clouds on the ring. When you knock an arrow or you throw a ranged weapon, if you're wearing the ring while you do this, you deal 2 additional damage. If you're wearing the ring.
Alright.
The coin is called the Reaper's Smile. Once a day, you can choose to flip the coin instead of a dice roll. Heads, it's a D20. Tails, it's a nat 1.
Oh.
That is an unbelievable.
Who wants to look at what the coin looks like?
Oh God.
Pass that around. Let me know.
This is fantastic, and that won't balance for shit.
So think of the benefit of a nat 20 to an attack, but the
Now,
possibility of a nat 1.
Do you use that? So it's either that or a D20.
It's that or a
Once.
D20.
It's once per person or once?
Once a day.
Okay.
Once a day, you go like, no, I'm flipping the coin
I'm not
instead.
touching the coin.
And
Give her
like-
the coin.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to see it?
Sure,
You
I'm gonna
said-
take a picture of it and
you
put it
said
in
necrotic,
Discord.
right?
Hmm?
You said necrotic?
Yes.
Okay.
It's really pretty.
You
That's
either
just as
insult
cool.
The reason it's necrotic damage is you're realizing that you're sacrificing a bit of your energy, your bit of your life energy to flip this coin and basically change the fate. So you're either putting your oomph behind it, or it's taking some of your oomph to give to someone else, sort of thing. That's why the nat 1 or the nat 20.
Gotcha. Dang.
Which side is the good side? They both they have
I convey this to you guys as well.
like the heads is good is 20.
Heads is 20.
The
The
Reaper.
Reaper
Oh, the Reaper
is the nat
is.
1.
Is there any way I can
that's
get the
good.
golden head off?
You want to take the head off the
You
statue?
took the
Oh
how
my
heavy is
God.
the arm?
Yes.
Ooh, that's creepy.
There was also a long sword and while they're doing the head thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
a long sword and
Longsword is not magical, but you have it with you. It looks fairly decently made. Good craftsmanship.
light armor. Okay.
All right. We resting for the night?
What's it called again? The Reaper coin?
I need to know how heavy the arm is.
Why do you need to know how heavy the arm
Because
is?
I have a bag of everything is awesome.
You can fit the bag. You can fit the arm in the bag of everything is awesome.
And how heavy is the rest of the statue?
When you
I will assist.
it will take you the better portion of the night. I feel like working tirelessly. It is now midnight, and you have the other arm off,
You've just disembodied this
and
golden statue.
I would say the head off. So the torso and the 2 legs are still there.
Head. No.
I can hold on to it for you.
Should we get the legs?
Oh my god.
We should probably
How-
sleep tonight.
How much of a dick move would it be though if in their sleep Day went back, grabbed them, and cast mending?
If they're in my bag,
You can get them.
I could still get
The
them.
bag, you just have to reach in. You have to know what you're reaching in for
Mhm.
and think of it. And when you pull it out, it comes out.
No,
I would
we're not
help
gonna do
you.
that
I have
right now.
mending too. I
But-
would help.
Guys, pull it out.
I can't.
Okay.
I'm actually, before we rest, I'm gonna cast sending to my mom.
To whom's?
My mom.
Mom?
Yes.
And you.
Oh,
I'm still safe. Is this safe to communicate? Fridrin has my blood. Says he needs it to find my sister. What is he talking about?
You cast sending, and you wait. And you wait. And you wait. Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Great. 16.
Where are you?
Is it her? Well, that sucks. I'm not responding to it.
Another 5 minutes goes by, and you hear, "Where are you?"
Do I recognize? And it's Fridrin. Great.
Nothing?
No, I'm not gonna respond.
Yeah. Okay.
I swear to God. It's so good.
That
I'm
is.
trying that again.
It gets very late. Are we staying up all night to do this? You can take a point of exhaustion. I will let you do this.
no.
That's
We have enough.
yes. That's like a lot of gold coins.
Okay. Who's taking first watch?
I'll take first one.
Okay. Everyone settles down for a long rest that evening. Give me a perception check as you get ready for your long watch.
16.
You are resting for a bit of time.
I was gonna say, is it possible to stay up with him during this, or
Okay.
you already
You only
told-
need 4 hours of meditation, so you could stay up with him for this.
Okay. So
You
should
would-
I also?
Oh wait,
Yeah.
she's up off?
Yeah.
Half elves only need 4?
I
I
No,
heard it was wrong
she
for
half
a long
elves
time
need
then.
You
sleep,
need
but I
sleep,
can still take first watch.
Yeah, you can take first watch with it. Give me a perception check as well.
Do I still keep the advantage then? Because I haven't slept yet. Hasn't been 24.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you guys hate me?
The dice still stirs.
11.
You may have advantage, but
You have DM inspiration. I'll let you automatically succeed this if you want to. But you got to burn that DM inspiration.
Take it.
You're up talking, hanging out. It is Day who hears the footsteps off in the forest. Sort of like coming through the brush.
Put a pin in that. We'll come back to it. We have a guest.
Where did you put it? I don't know. There were some flowers, and I buried it over where the flowers were.
Give it. Give me the gold.
Let me see. Hang on.
She's gonna reach.
You keep doing what you want to do.
I reach into the bag and pull out
Oh shit.
the Legos.
Do you wake up any of these guys?
Do you wake up any of these guys? I need to know which one's doing it.
She'll cast message to him. Wake up now, please.
Okay. So you wake up.
did I get a short rest in at least?
Sure.
Okay, I'll use Arcane Recovery then.
Okay. You get a short rest.
I'll wait once per day when
You are up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spread, like,
Once per
grab the Legos and like kind of spread them a little bit around the edge of the cleanup in front of us.
Okay.
In the dark.
Okay. Shit. And you start throwing Legos everywhere.
How does this work?
She's gonna quickly like gather everything, throw it in the bag.
Okay. When you say gather everything, like all of your clothing and stuff?
No, the things that went in the bag, so the ring and everything, because none of us took them. They're all just right there.
They're just out. So you're putting
Yeah,
them
so
in
she's
the
putting them in the bag.
sack.
Yeah,
Okay.
dropping,
Okay.
and then she's gonna grab everything out of his sack and cast mending. I know that's a lot. So.
It's a lot. I would say you managed to get everything in the cloth sack and cinch the sack before you hear ow, 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 as this thing takes 12, 2 sixes. Damn it! 12 points of damage, and you hear a scream like, "I stepped on something on my foot!"
Is this loud enough to wake up?
You guys all wake up, and then I need everybody to roll initiative for me. The people that were awake, you two,
I was woken up.
and you woke up.
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to be wearing armor, and you're not going to be wearing armor.
I already don't know.
You can take some time to put on the armor, but this battle is going to be without, because you don't sleep in armor.
Right, yeah, no.
Yeah, so go over to where your armor
Yeah,
is
take
under
it off.
settings and unequip that.
Okay.
Give me initiative rolls.
20 not nap.
20 not nat for Grim.
17.
Yeah, that's right.
17
You
for
can take
Day.
an action to
9.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Like you can
9?
No.
forfeit your turn in the first round.
19.
Do
9.
that.
Look, I already took 12 damage.
Son.
Yeah, so
I
you
did my
could
job.
take
Okay.
it.
Nyx,
No,
Proud of you.
you got a 20,
Mandrake.
so you'll be.
I rolled a 9.
So he's going to roll initiative. While I roll.
Slightly worse than me.
While the DM's rolling, we had a little joke about Mimi being like an alligator at one point. So tonight I have this cute little alligator pen, courtesy of Ryan, and I'm just calling it Mimi all night. So this is fine. I just wanted to share that with the table.
Call you me.
Yeah, there were some other gnomes in the forest. I just took care of them. There were 2 of
I
them.
could
They were
call
really
you
annoying.
Anyway, you call
I dealt with it.
That way. There.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. That being said, as you hear, ow, God, this large orc sort of comes into the clearing a little bit, and he's like sort of grabbing at his feet a little bit. This orc is wearing bits of armor, and it looks like bones that sort of adorn his shoulders. And as he comes in, he's like, "Hey, there's people over here!" And as he screams out, "There's people over here," Grim, it is your turn. The only one you see is this one that has just stumbled into the clearing.
So I have the ability extra attack.
Yeah.
So it gives me 2 attacks in one.
Okay.
So that means I can put on my armor and then attack?
It takes a while. It takes like a full minute to put on your armor.
Okay.
So it would take 10 rounds to put on your
Then
armor.
if that's the case, then I'm going to, since I have those boots of striding and springing, I'm going to just lunge over to him as close as I can.
Sure, yeah.
Awesome, great. And I'm going to take my glaive and attack with my glaive. And
Give me some attack rolls.
don't nat 20.
Oh my cards.
These guys
Mandrake,
attack you back?
Mandrake, jump up and grab me those 2 decks of cards right there.
And I get to attack twice, is that correct?
No, that means you just roll the damage dice
Right.
twice.
Gotcha.
So
Do
And
they
then
just want their
after
statue
that,
back?
they do
They haven't done
extra.
anything else except want their statue
they
back?
haven't done anything else but walk.
That's
into
with your
the statue.
glaive?
And they want that whole the bag of stuff we just
For
found.
bad people. Okay.
It's
They
mine.
want their stuff back, so we're attacking them.
Yeah.
This is my
I'm not-
arm.
Wait
I
for your
worked
turn.
hard for this.
Oh, okay.
No more. It's your turn, though.
So the first one's 8.
No. The first one was 8.
Yeah.
That one is
I agree,
6.
though.
Yeah.
But when you're not
Yeah.
first, so it's gonna.
14.
Oh yeah.
Are
Right?
y'all doing math
Yeah.
over there? Is that what's happening?
Math.
We're writers, not
Math is
mathers.
14.
We just talked about MLA versus APA before streaming. We don't know how this works.
Okay, so is that your first attack?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys watch as
Oh, so that was the 2. That was the
That was-
first and second.
you only got 14 on two hits, and one of those was
Yeah, because one was a
double.
1d10 plus 4, so I got an 8 on the first, or 4 on the first plus 4, so that'd be 8.
Yeah.
And I rolled again, that was 2 plus 4, 6.
Did you roll to attack for that second attack?
Oh.
Yeah, because you didn't do your extra.
Oh, lol. That's
What up, boy?
Oh. Or d20 for that second attack?
Yeah.
7.
Seven's up. 7. No.
7, yeah, plus.
It could.
14.
14's not gonna cut it.
Okay.
No. You watch as that first attack just sort of like rips through, and he stumbles backwards like, "Hey, that's me!" And like you like cut into him a little bit. And as you do, a bit of the blood comes out, and you
Oh yeah.
hulk out a little bit.
Feel the beast, baby.
Yeah. But that was your turn. Good job, Grim. Nix, you're up next.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself,
Okay.
and
Your armor's now at 16, correct?
y-
Yes, I believe so.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, no worries.
And I won't use a bonus action. I'm
Okay.
just waiting to figure out what's going on.
Sure. Yeah. Day, you're up. Day, you were doing watch, so you are wearing armor at this point.
So
Unequip your
this,
armor.
I know this. I'm sorry, this is gonna be a weird question. She
Yeah.
has the cloak of the caterpillar.
Mhm.
Right now she would be feeling like a little bit of like, oh my god, I can't believe we're all sleeping. This is really frustrating. Like, how could this happen?
Anger, red.
Anger, red.
Good.
So can she invoke duplicity, and then that allows her to have technically 2 actions?
It does not. A secondary copy of you shows up. You can move this copy around the room. Look up Invoke Duplicity. It's a cleric ability.
Right.
But it doesn't give you 2 actions, but this little duplicate of you can also cast spells if you want. But you don't get extra actions or bonus actions. With a
Okay.
bonus action, you can move the duplicate around, and using an action that thing, you can channel your magic through the duplicate of you. It's for battlefield controlling.
Understood. Okay, so that actually is fine by me. I'm going to have the duplicate start grabbing the gold and mending,
Okay.
which would allow me to. Oh no, it's not a bonus action.
That's
so
your
that's what that one would be doing. Yeah.
Okay.
15 AC.
15 AC. Okay. Day's sort of duplicate runs over and picks up this gold and starts mending the gold on it as her cloak flares a bright red, and you hear one of the orcs yell like, "She's doing something to the statue!" And as that happens, a larger orc sort of enters into the clearing, and he looks at all of you. He's a bit taller and heavily scarred as compared to the one that walked in before, and just does this really loud rah, and screams and spittle and little bits of food sort of erupt out from him. Then he is going to take a swing at you because I think you're the only one that's done any damage.
Oh yeah, going hard, bro.
That is going to be a 15.
Yes, sir.
15 hits. Okay, so that is going to be a D12.
Are you in your angry beast mode?
No, I haven't gotten.
No, he hasn't gotten that far yet.
I just decided to go throw down. Kill first, ask questions.
You take 15 points of damage as this great axe comes in, swinging to your side. Boom. Actually, hang on. Just making sure I don't nat 20 this. Yeah. You take that much, and then you, as this orc swings an axe towards you, hits you in the side, and you feel that sort of wound open up, and you're a little stunned at the moment. Mandrake, it is now your turn.
Question 1.
Yes.
Which direction did large orc walk in?
He walked in from the side, not the one where the other one was screaming, "There's little things on the ground!"
Got it. I just wanted to check.
Yeah.
So the big one just slashed at him.
Mm-hmm.
The other one took some damage.
Right.
How's he looking?
Which one?
The one who's taking some damage.
He looks like he's taking some damage.
I mean, is he still pretty sturdy?
He looks sturdy enough for an orc.
Damn it! It's not helpful at all.
Sorry, Bubba.
Orc?
Angry Mandrake.
Okay.
Welcome to level 5, homie.
Yeah, I know. I'm just curious. I just wanted to know. I just want to know what I saw with my eyes. Okay.
Look with your special eyes.
I'm.
Come on, buddy.
I'm gonna cast Cause Fear.
Okay.
And
Where are you centering Cause Fear?
on the large one.
The one that just walked into the clearing.
Yeah.
What is the radius for Cause Fear?
60 feet.
Okay, so everything within 60 feet of this large ogre that's just walked into where you guys are sleeping is going to have to make a save, correct?
You awaken this into mortality in one creature you can see within range.
One creature. Okay, just double checking. Okay, yeah. You cast Cause Fear. What is your spell save DC on this one?
Wisdom 14.
Wisdom 14. I'm going to give you guys a heads up. Orcs, not that wise. But a nat 20 will do it. He makes his save.
Well,
with a +0.
sorry.
No, that's okay. That's all right. At this,
I would, nope. My beer's overflowing. Sorry, my bad.
what did you get on initiative?
6.
Perfect.
Am I next?
You are next.
You are next.
I was gonna, because I get a bonus action, yeah?
You do.
I'm gonna dash over by the statue.
Dash over to where the statue
Yeah.
is. Okay, sort of stand.
Yeah.
Hunker down.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Zoe.
I'm gonna say, hey, they just want their stuff back. And I'm gonna change into a dire wolf. And I'm gonna get between the ogre and him.
Oh God, you want to do this again?
Oh no. Zoe.
And
Go again.
that's movement. Can I attack to get him to back off?
You're attacking him?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
It's mean and it's not nice what he's doing.
Yeah,
He needs to stop.
take the attack.
That was a 20, not nat.
20 against AC?
Oh, if you kill Grim.
I won't. I'll heal him.
The orc is like, this wolf is my friend!
Weirdest thing that's happening right
I'm gonna take the dog home.
That's 8 damage.
All of a sudden, Thoe transforms into
I
a
go,
wolf and says, "They just want their statue back," and then like takes a snip at you and gives you a little bite. Oh God, I almost want to give the orc like a petting is a free action. He just says like, "Good dog."
Good
Petting
chip
is
chip.
a free action.
Petting is a free action.
I want a shirt with that.
Petting is a free action.
That's a definite bard shirt.
That is me.
One is going to take an attack against you because you cast a spell on it and he's not sure. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. He's going to swing that great axe one more time and see if he can get you with that. He does, and he succeeds, and he gets oof a doof. Oh, pal, I'm sorry.
Can I use uncanny dodge?
You are gonna want to. He does 22 points of damage as he swings this great axe and it hits you.
Uncanny dodge, please.
Okay, that's 11 points. Yeah, so you only take 11 points of damage as this orc does that. The other orc is going to walk forward, and there's a new orc that enters the clearing. So now there are 3 of them. This guy is also going to take an attack, but he's going to take one against Grim. Because he just walked in and Grim's holding a weapon, and he is not. Grim, that is a 21 versus AC.
Yeah, hits.
Yep.
Those are big.
It only does 10 points of damage with this one. As another one takes its spear out and sort of like jabs at you with the spear, and it catches you in the side. You're like, what is happening? Like, my party's attacking me, and these guys are attacking me. Like, so it's confusion all around.
Sweet.
It takes us back to the top of the order with Grim.
Okay, so then it doesn't count as a move if I'm talking to her, right?
Talking is a free action, like that.
Fantastic. What is wrong with you?
She's a wolf.
I can't answer.
Fantastic.
I can't answer.
Oh, that's right. I can. I can't remember why I can answer now, but I can. Oh, my little necklace thing. He just wants his stuff back. Give him his stuff back.
I'm pretty amped up. I'm pretty fucking wrapped up. So,
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So, if I understand this correctly, then I can attack twice. I can use action surge, and I can heal myself.
What you're going to do, if you get 2 attack actions, do you get 2 attacks at level 5?
Yeah, it says I get extra attacks, so I can attack twice per attack action.
If you take the attack action, you get to attack twice. Then I would use your bonus action to do, what is it?
Which is second wind. I can at least heal myself.
Do that.
10 plus 4. Okay,
Do that.
sweet. So then I'm going to go for the attack.
Who are you attacking?
Me.
No.
No.
Sorry, friend. I got one. No, you did try to fuck
I'm
me up.
between you and that orc. I'm not
Fine.
letting you get to that
true.
orc.
You're first up. That's it. That's a 19.
19 versus
That
AC.
hits.
Sweet.
Uh-huh.
And that is going to
Especially
be...
And I'm a wolf.
AC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. We're going to move that. And that's going to be with my glaive. And that is going to be a 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage to the dire wolf.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, take your second attack.
Sweet. Second attack. That's going to be a nat 20. And then that's going to be...
Roll that. What did you get the first time you rolled that damage dice?
This one.
Nope, the one below. Move your finger down. What did you get there?
That's an 8.
All right, roll it again.
That's a 9.
Okay, 17. Add your modifier
Okay, and that is going to be...
to the weapon, so it's got a plus something next to it.
plus 4.
21 points of damage to the dire wolf with the second attack.
Okay, so first attack was 9, so that's a total of 30 points of damage.
Yes.
I'm still up.
As a
And
dire
then-
wolf?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's see, then we use a second wind to...
Use your second wind.
Yeah, to give myself a little bit of love.
I'm gonna kill it.
Okay, I'll need 10 plus 5.
Someone's gonna kill someone
and
at this
that
point.
is 8, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, that's 4, 13. 13 healing.
It's a weird moment as Grim sort of like reaches forward and with that glaive, sort of 1, and then flips it up in the air, grabs it, 2, and then as he does like a Mortal Kombat move. I think it's like 1, 2, and as he does, some of his wounds start to glow up as the sheer ferocity and anger within him fuels his healing process, and there's the as some of these wounds close
And then some
up.
bodies were hitting the floor.
Some bodies are hitting the floor, he seemed to say. Nix, it is your turn.
Yeah, I. What do I do? How big is the statue?
It is the normal size of a dwarf.
Okay.
So, but it's missing a head and it's missing 2 arms.
Okay. I'm gonna cast.
It's,
Minor...
you're mending it. You're in the process of mending it. Mending covers a little bit of time. It's just not fully attached yet. You were mending the head, correct?
Can I?
She was trying to mend it all.
How are you holding a head and the 2 arms to mend it?
Oh, so it'd have to be 3 separate
You
actions.
gotta hold it to it and then
Can I cast minor illusion to make it look like it's fixed?
Absolutely. You can.
I'm doing that.
As you're sort of holding the arm up, you're like, I did it. We did it.
And
we thought we could do it. And we
I'm
did
not fighting because I don't know who to fight anyway. So
it. Day, your turn.
deal with that.
Well, now that she thinks it's fixed,
You're welcome.
she's first gonna go ahead and do a mantle of inspiration.
Okay.
So grant temporary hit HP to a number of creatures up to 3. So
Is it of your choice?
yeah.
Are you granting them to everyone?
3.
I was actually thinking something different.
Okay.
I want to grant it to these 2. She's a direwolf, so when you drop, you go back to Thoe.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna actually grant it to these 2 and
Like her and-
the silly orc.
The silly orc.
Yeah,
The one
he
that
talks
won through.
funny.
The one that we've done the most damage to?
What?
Yep.
I'm thinking
Yep.
about. Listen,
Too good not to do it. Okay.
hear me out.
I'm done listening to you. You stole from me. How dare you?
You steal from me all the time.
That is different.
Hello, hi, yes, everybody, hello, hi. So here's the thing. Sorry about all of this. These 2 get these 3 get very worked up. We're fixing the statue. Crazy thing happened, but all your stuff is still in there. And are you guys good?
Okay. So, Day walks forward, and as Day walks forward, you don't know if it's the moonlight hitting her or the way she's kind of calmly taking charge of the situation. She looks good. She is working that moonlight. And all eyes are drawn to her. And her sheer presence alone is causing who Mandrake and Grim or Thoe and Grim? You said 2.
Mandrake and Grim.
Mandrake and Grim, you each gain 5 temporary hit points.
8.
8?
Because we're at level 5.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Thanks,
Well,
Carol.
8 temporary hit points based on the Mantle of Inspiration. As you take these, that's right, 8 at 5. So you guys each get 8 temporary hit points. So does one of the orcs, who's like, I got a dog and now I'm feeling better. This is the best day.
Everything is amazing.
And the next up is the orc chief, who sort of looks at you and he sort of assesses the situation and sees that the statue is completed, and will walk over and grab the statue. As he grabs the statue, his hand will pass through the minor illusion of the statue and go, it's a trap! Admiral Akbar.
Is the other me is still there?
It is.
I'm working on it. Watch! And she'll put it there and
That
start.
was not your turn. Your turn was Mantle of Inspiration and talking. I gave you a lot of stuff to
Yeah,
do.
I
that
know,
first
I
time.
know.
It's I'm working on. But the other one is sort of holding the arm. But I will make that the Orc Chief's turn. Mandrake, it is now your turn. Those 8 temporary hit points are the first ones to go if you are attacked.
Okay. Gonna need that. Now I don't know what to do.
There's an orc that there's only one of them that has taken damage because you guys have only attacked each other. Like there's
Okay.
two of the orcs look like they're doing a-okay. One of them has taken a hit.
Okay.
That was gonna beat down now.
This is so not what I do, but
Makes sense.
I'm going to scream, "Run!" and I'm going to cast Fog Cloud.
You hear someone yell, "Run!" and fog cloud happens. They are still going to get attacks of opportunity if you choose to run. However, due to the magic that in wonder and awe that is fog cloud, you can run, and they will be at disadvantage. Okay, Mandrake, you take off running. I will say you were not in melee with any of the orcs at this point, so you just start running off in a random direction into the forest. Cool, that is your move. Thoe.
I say, are you gonna back off and give them their stuff?
I don't have anything of theirs.
He does not have anything.
Not
Well,
one
he doesn't,
damn
but
thing.
he's attacking them. You gonna stop attacking them?
Technicality.
You,
I'm
you can't
attacking.
answer. It's not your turn.
Oh crap!
Are you staying there or are you running?
No, I don't want him
They're
to
not
attack
cute.
this orc anymore. I want to give them their stuff.
Okay.
So I'm going to see if I can get the orc to back off. I'm gonna kind of, you know how like dog will kind of sidle up to like and like kind
You're
of
gonna
push them in that direction. I'm gonna
Butt bump?
well, yeah, I'm gonna try to
Like try to
get
move
him
him
to
towards
move
the
away
food
from
bowl?
him.
Like trying to
Yes.
push it away so that way they can
I'm gonna
keep
try
it
to move
spinning.
him away from him.
Going
I don't
in
wanna
and
keep
out of his
attacking
legs.
him.
Can't you guys just give me straight up combat rounds? We got butt bumps and fog clouds and you're attacking each other and
That's combat.
Okay,
That's combat.
let me just point out that half of my team is fighting the other half of my team while there's a battle going
They
on.
just want their stuff back.
okay.
And one of them's healing the other side.
Give me persuasion as you give me persuasion against the orc's insight
Well-
as you try to butt bump him towards like backing down from
Luckily,
fighting.
I have a +0 to persuasion, but I rolled a 16.
He looks at you, sort of rubbing your butt up against him and trying to push him away, and he goes, "Good dog," and like pats your head. He goes, "Oh, okay," and he takes a few steps back away from.
Yeah.
I was all for fighting, and then she attacked him, and she healed him.
It's the orc's turn now.
In Discord, we broke the game.
Some of us have morals.
He reaches down and scoops up and picks up the sack that was on the ground, and I will make that his whole move. The other orc that sort of came out from the forest is looking around in utter confusion and uses his movement to stand on the other side of the orc war chief. Grim, it is now your turn.
I can shift and then attack.
You very much could do that. There's currently a fog cloud going. Mandrake, whom you've been printed on, said, "Run away!"
Did I see the direction in which he was going?
You did.
The direction was away from here, I'm pretty sure.
Just any old direction, or I knew like he
You
was going
knew,
off that way.
you knew he was like, "Peace!"
Here,
and you
here,
saw
here,
him
here.
run off into the woods.
Anyway.
Sweet, then yeah, I'm falling. I'm just gonna take my boots and just whee.
Bye.
Hashtag back, Felicia.
I will say you take your bonus action to gather up your armor and all of that other
Yeah,
stuff.
that was-
Like,
yeah,
yes, that was understated. Nix,
How close was Day to me before the fog cloud?
fairly close.
Like 5 feet, 20 feet.
I will say within 10 feet of you.
So I'm going to get to her and then cast invisibility at 3rd level, so we're both invisible.
Oh, so you're casting at a higher level, so you can both go invisible.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, this is weird.
Why is it weird?
Oh, I don't know how I feel about this.
Nix sort of runs over and grabs you by the shoulders, and as he does, you like look down and you feel the arcane energy sort of flow over you, and you are now invisible. Do you use your movement to move?
I moved
The rest of your movement.
10 feet. I'll move away. Yes, if I have any
Alright,
movement
start,
left.
start
yes.
going off into the
Yes,
forest.
out of here.
Day.
What does this mean for my duplicate?
Your duplicate is visible. You are invisible.
Crap.
Your duplicate is not a living, breathing. It's not a simulacrum. Like it's not like a flesh and breathing.
Right. But it could still fix the dwarf.
You can still use it to cast mending.
So I can use it to cast
You
mending.
essentially use it as a channel for your magic.
Yeah.
Like it, so it can continue to cast mending. I'll say with that, you get the other arm on,
Just not the head.
not the head. Both the arms are on now.
Who's still here? You.
Thoe in wolf form is still there. Grim has run off. Mandrake has run off. Nyx has started to run off, but you can't see that.
She's gonna finish mending it.
Okay. Do you use any of your movement, or you just stay there invisible and keep?
I stay there invisible,
Okay.
and then I let the duplicate.
Alrighty.
He's like, I just wasted. That's fine.
The war chief is very confused. He doesn't quite understand what you're doing. He'll take a swing at your duplicate. It'll connect, but it won't connect with anything. Like the weapon will just pass through it, and he'll sort of look at it confused. Mandrake, I will assume that you just get further and deeper into the forest. You gonna keep moving?
I'm gonna get far enough away that I'm out of danger. But once I'm far enough away, I'm gonna stop and wait for Grim or anybody else.
Okay, Thoe.
Holy shit. Sorry.
Okay, so the ogres are out of danger, and she's still mending the statue.
Yes.
Okay.
You see the visage of her, and you have no reason to
Okay.
believe it's not her mending the statue.
Okay, so I mean at this point it's probably mended, or I can't tell.
She's got one more action where she's going to be
Okay,
mending it.
so I'm going to run away from the orc towards the statue, and as I come out there, I'm going to go assist. I'm going to go hit mend on the statue.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because I can do mending too.
Okay.
So that way it gets finished. So I'm going to run towards. Is the statue less than 30 feet away?
Yes.
Okay.
Thoe comes out of wild shape and reaches toward this statue, channeling arcane energy. That's what the orcs see. So then the two orcs will now take their attacks against the new person that's entered their field of vision.
But they saw me change from a wolf into a person, right?
They didn't, because
Fog
Fog Cloud is
Cloud.
going.
Oh, I forgot about Fog Cloud.
So that will be 27 against AC.
Yep. That just barely hits me.
Wow.
That is going to be 18 points of damage.
Oh, but that's right. But I was in wolf form,
You
so
were-
that's good. Cool.
This is not in wolf form. This
No,
is-
I know,
yeah.
but my damage before was
Yeah.
to
37.
Second one will take an attack against Thoe. That is going to be a 15 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Yeah, okay. Uh, 16 points of damage on that one.
All right.
And that is their turn. Grim, I assume you're still running. Nyx is still running. The statue is complete at this time, as your hands are still up there. You're sort of taking an attack. Dave, the statue is complete.
Cool. So she.
I wouldn't have left until I saw everything was okay. I
Okay,
would have gotten just
Nyx,
fine.
what do you want to do with your turn?
I'm gonna cast message at the leader. Looks like the leader of the orcs.
Okay.
The girl was the wolf. She's helping you.
Okay, you cast message.
Yeah. That's all.
Cool. Day.
Cool. So she sees her getting hurt. She's gonna cast Healing Word,
Oh, thank
Okay.
and her word is going to be run. At second level, so it's gonna be 2d4.
Does she roll it or do I roll it?
I roll it.
Run.
Yeah. You take 8.
Thank you.
Okay, you heal for 8. It is the Orc War Chief's turn, and he,
Oh, you haven't moved yet.
yeah.
Can I use my speed to I can run as well as an action since I did healing word?
Yeah. Are you taking off?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, "Get out!" And grabs his weapon and sort of screams at you again. Mandrake, I'm going to assume you're still waiting there. At this point, Grim, you've caught up with Mandrake.
Oh yeah. Especially if my bound is 3 times the
Zoe,
distance.
it is your turn.
Okay. I was just trying to help, and I back off from the statue,
Okay.
and I'm not gonna run, but I'm just backing away from the statue and gesturing that they can go towards it, and at the same time, I am casting healing. I'm casting cure wounds on myself
Okay.
at second level.
Okay.
I touch myself. 2d plus 3.
Okay.
8, 9, 10, 11 points of damage. It's points of healing damage.
Okay. It's the orc's turn. One of the orcs, one tear rolls down his face as he goes, "Doggy."
Single T.
And then I think we are officially out of combat as everyone sort of runs off and catches up and gets together. I will take this and put it away.
It was so nice, that item that we took and then you gave back.
Wait, did we give it back?
Yeah.
It was the right
What?
thing to do.
She gave back everything.
The ring?
Everything. Right.
Nobody stated that they wanted any of the items.
You have all met up somewhat far away.
I'm staying invisible while I can.
Take it off, 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 take it off of me now,
you don't
please.
know where I'm at.
She is not invisible because you cast healing on her, and I think if you cast a spell, it stops the invisibility. Correct?
It's
It's my
because it's your concentration.
Of course, I also cast message. Would that interfere with it? I thought it was. It's a constant.
It is, but read the fine print for invisibility.
Invisibility.
I'll say that over some.
Concentration up to 1 hour. Creature you touch becomes invisible till the spell ends. Anything the target's wearing.
Spell
ends for a target that. The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. So I.
Both of your invisibilities have
Damn it.
sort of left, and then at this point, you guys are all sort of together in a spot.
Is she coming up, Thoe?
Yeah.
I want to tackle Thoe.
Go.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a way. I suppose after some conversation.
Sure.
We'll
Give
figure out.
me give me an attack. Give me a d20 and add your strength to that.
I want to go over and lovingly give you a hug and tell you how much I appreciate you as a person.
Grim runs over and tries to tackle you, and you sort of sidestep him out of the way as he sort of tries to go at you, but misses.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do we not do the right thing as a group just because we want stuff now? Is that how these things work?
I was awoken to screaming. There were orcs. I feel like I had reason.
They just want their stuff back.
Then say that at the beginning before I make my attack. Just stop. Hey, Grim, wait. Would have been fantastic. But no.
I feel like this is the part where somebody deity can step in and be like, "You got a nat 20."
Nobody said. I could have made the call.
Oh,
You could have made the call.
okay, but once you knew that they just wanted their stuff back, you could have stopped attacking or maybe not attack me.
And we also could have all been fine if we had just worked together.
You attacked me.
But we would have just been taking all of their stuff. We would have been working together.
And
to take
how
all
do you
their
know
stuff.
how they got those things?
Well, how do you know that they didn't get them, honestly?
Well, let's see. They buried a bag of items under a statue that they also partially buried. Maybe stolen?
Maybe, and maybe not. Just because they're orcs doesn't mean they're bad.
The
9
evidence
times out of
speaks
10.
for itself.
What?
The evidence speaks for itself. It has nothing to do with orcs or not orcs.
Grim, without knowing any of the answers, you went after somebody and stabbed them. The evidence speaks for itself?
Of course.
Interesting.
Nick's sides.
I think maybe we should just go back to sleep now.
For those that can with their adrenaline so high.
Oh, I'm sorry if you can't just calm down. Whatever.
Yeah, actually, I have a question about that. Why can't you just calm down? What's going on up here? What is all that? Because
Are we really
it's
doing this right now?
You have to understand, there's no right time to have
Can
these
somebody catch
conversations.
sleep on him?
I'm gonna walk away.
You can't just walk away from this.
Just let him cool off.
I can walk away for now.
I'm going home. And I start walking in the direction of home.
Hang on a minute. Come back. Why are you going home?
You're going off?
I'm just like just removing myself just a little bit away. It's not like
A little bit of ways.
walking away. Just
Alright, you're stopped.
Why are you going home?
Well, we've already ruined the night. It's not like we're gonna get back to sleep now. We might as well move forward.
Wait a minute. But, no, I mean, we can still go back to sleep and finish our rest, and that way we can move forward with more efficiency and not be exhausted all day long.
With several probably incredibly angry orcs just a few feet back that way.
No, they're going. They have their stuff. They're fine.
Do you know that for certain?
I think if they still wanted to attack us, they'd still be here.
And I feel confident going to sleep with an
Fine, we can keep walking. I just think it's a poor choice.
So let me ask you. So I have the half a bottle of the green stuff. Was that used as a buff, or is that just does its effects vary? Oh
I have
God.
no idea. Well, that one would knock you out.
Let's save that for now. Just in case. I don't want to shoot us all up.
I'll let everyone vote.
I'll return back to the group.
Take a vote.
On whether we should try to go back to sleep or just move forward while exhausted?
Yes.
Okay, I say we should go to sleep.
Oh, big surprise there.
I'm sensing a lot of aggression and hostility coming from you two, and it's not quite flattering to the sleeping or the home environment.
I'm not feeling hostile. I just, didn't want to kill people for no reason.
And I understand this. This is where you speak. We're trying to fix this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you might be going to heal my enemies. Vote. Do we stay or do we keep moving?
Oh, now you want my input. Oh, now you want my input. Now you want me to make a decision. Oh, my apologies. I'm sorry. I got the two confused considering all of your mismannerisms. Couldn't understand what you wanted. Come for me again, please, because I don't care. Zoe, how are you feeling?
Wisdom saving throw. Yep.
I'd just like to go back to sleep, please.
Go
But
back
I
to
can
sleep.
keep
I'll watch
walking.
over you.
13.
Well, I mean, if everybody else wants to walk, I will.
She's screaming at your pack.
What if the pack is screaming at the pack? How does that work?
He imprinted on him.
Not on you.
We just slept together.
This is the wolf side fighting the human side. The wolf side imprinted on him, the human side imprinted on you.
This is where it's about to get real freaking wild. If I'm hearing that, then I feel like that's the blood's going like just wild.
Give me a perception check. Day.
Advantage still?
Yeah, give me an advantage.
Haven't long rested.
You'd be standing next to her, correct?
Yeah, as I'm coming back, I'm sure. Yeah.
12.
During this argument, you look over and you see the hairs on his arm start to stand up, and you recognize the telltale signs that sun's getting real low, big guy. Like he's starting to freak out a little bit.
Stand down.
Hold on, I gotta think of what Day would do.
Yeah.
You're not him. You don't own me.
Hair goes down.
We can. Are you leaving still, Mandrake?
I said I'll decide what the group decides because I act in the interest of the group, I suppose.
Then we all may have behaved rashly, to put it the correct way. I will go with you in your choice, whatever it may be.
Your vote, Day.
I would like to go home.
And Nyx.
I'm tired. I'm really tired right now.
The tiebreaker goes to Grim.
Well, that's easy. Told you I'd go with you, Mandrake, wherever you'd like. But with Thoe, who wishes to stay, and Nyx wishes to stay, I feel we could all do with a bit of rest. Take the edge off.
Fine. I find the nearest, tallest tree and I climb up it.
Give me an acrobatics.
26.
He's gone. Mandrake just immediately starts climbing a tree, and
But it's a set. Can I still smell him? Like that he's
yeah, it's up there.
Good.
You guys can all see him. Everybody sort of rests for the evening.
Yes.
Short rest.
No,
Is anybody
long
staying
rest.
and keeping watch?
So, this time.
I'd be happy to keep watch for some of the time. I just want to make sure we get a long rest in.
Sure. I'll say this. The watch goes undisturbed, and everyone manages to get a long rest in.
You're merciful to you.
Yes.
Despite our antics.
Yes. Yes. Ooh, I got a good battle. Let's fuck
I'm
off.
like looking at my sheet. I'm like, how did the orcs only take 14 points of damage? And it was just 1. And 12 of that was Legos.
Yup.
And then the enemy got healed. And then what petted them?
Bye.
Who did the most damage in this fight? That would be Dimitri. Dimitri did the most damage in this fight.
Fisher Price.
Dimitri gave me the item in which I used wisely.
You know what? F you guys. Here you go, Dimitri.
We can buy it back.
The-
We can buy it back.
The cutscene that the audience sees is the orcs like going over to a clearing and meeting a tall man who's like, "Did you get the statue and the coin?" And it's like, "Yes, of course I did." And they give him the statue and the coin, and yes. So there you are. Dimitri. I'm gonna hold that's yours now. It's in the shop, okay?
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
It's your fault for creating a moral dilemma.
No, it's wonderful. This is great. Okay, you guys all wake up the next morning. It's awkward. He seems to say.
I have legs.
I will imagine that you guys have rations and things of that sort. Are we just setting out wordlessly? Are we?
She would pull him aside.
All right. As everyone wakes up in the morning after the long
Yeah,
rest?
she'd have to pull him aside.
Yes.
That's not fair, you know.
Yes. Change the tone a bit, maybe.
He is not us.
Could you be more specific to E?
I don't know. The thing inside you, the wolf, the thing that comes out, the furry thing.
After spending enough time with her, would I have noticed like her shifts of mood, whether she's coherent, non-coherent, if she's there, spacey, like drugged up, not?
Yes.
Okay, that's something I would just know.
Yeah. She's not.
Yeah. See, you're worried about this thing inside me. What about the thing inside you?
What's the thing inside me?
Oh, don't play coy. The thing inside you, the thing that craves. This is much the thing that craves violence and blood inside me. The thing that craves escape for you.
So, what you're saying is, you're worried about the part of me that's running away, and you think that's the same as me being worried about another creature in your head, deciding that I am not enough.
I'm looking for Pack. It is pulling me towards a direction that I don't always know where I'm going.
So I'm not Pack.
I trust myself, and I trust what it's telling me. You are very much a part of my life as I am this person I am now in front of you. You need to understand that.
It's not that I don't understand that, it's that it's just... At what point, and this isn't directed towards you, but at what point is a woman strong and enough and amazing and talented and wonderful and beautiful, and somebody wants her for everything and all that she is without other people's influence? And she'll just walk away.
Just gonna head back into the group.
The group. Wow, this is good stuff. The group travels. Spend the good majority of your day traveling. I will say that based on how much ground you covered the previous night and today, I think by the end of the day, depending on how far you travel, you would reach the house. You are greeted by a very enthusiastic gnome. You are greeted by Bandy, who comes running out and starts divvying up hugs. You notice a small black dragon that flies a few feet and then hits the ground, and then sort of like flies a few feet and hits the ground again. And it's just like, and then all of a sudden just gives up and starts running and running and running, and it trips over its feet and rolls in the dirt and stuff like that. But it's sort of running up, and it starts purring and rubbing itself against your legs and stuff like that. Very feline in nature. And as you cross the threshold, you sort of pull up, and you are back at the house. The older wizard that you tasked to watch the place is still fiddling about, and you notice a faint arcane energy that seems to emanate from the house itself, and Bandy notifies you that there were no sort of attempts, no one came to the house other than the cute little gnome, and then she changes into a gnome. She's like, look at me, I'm a gnome.
I can be cute too.
And yeah. The evening is yours, the late evening is yours, as food is sort of prepared within the home, and
I am gonna be up in my room. I want to look through the items that we found, the cache for Dimitri. The one we said Dimitri might be interested in from the wagon during the musical episode.
well, there was a few like books and things of that sort, and as you look through, Thoe, took one of the books that would allow for her to sort of identify some of the plants in the surrounding area. I think with you studying it, you're a little ways away, but some of these plants might still have some effects and grow in a particular area that you're in. So you study those books as well. You didn't really come across anything. The majority of the magical items that you discovered and found were in that sort of half-orc encampment. As you start like looking through some of your magical items, you start spending some time with a hat, and I think training and things of that sort. I think there is a moment of catharsis when you're back in your own home, you're back in your own beds. If you are back in the same room as some people and back in the same beds as some people.
I'm in the man cave.
He's okay. Equivalent of sleeping on the sofa, like he's over there. And
Whatever
stuff
he
like that.
wants to do, he does it anyway.
I'm in my
Yeah.
big chair next to the fireplace.
I think that's what happens. Everyone sleeps. Do you do ascending that night?
I was actually gonna talk to Thoe alone beforehand. Maybe
What
in the
time of
library.
night?
Before we go to bed.
Okay. Though you hear a soft knock at your door.
Yes?
Hey, I just want to talk about what happened.
Oh, okay.
Can I come in?
Sure.
All right, and I'll come in and close the door.
Yeah.
We're going to be going on some very dangerous adventures soon,
I agree.
and we're going to be thrown into a lot of gray moral decisions.
Okay.
So what happened at the orc encounter we had with them, I agree that we shouldn't have attacked them, but at some point I think we have to put that aside.
Well, I'm not going to try to kill something that I don't.
No, but what if Grim had died? What
Yeah, but what if I had just
what if
stepped
you
back?
Died.
What if I had just stepped back and let him kill something that shouldn't have been killed and not done anything about it? Wouldn't that be the same as me stabbing it with the sword myself?
I'm not trying to make it about right and wrong. I'm talking about.
I wouldn't have
If
let him die. I
you-
would have healed him.
But if you die, who's going to heal you? And
I
if
don't
Day
know.
dies, who's going to heal her then? If we're
But if I let
outmatched-
something die that's not supposed to die, then maybe I should have died in the first place.
No, I've been thrown into a really weird situation these past 5 years, pretending to be something I'm not, hiding everything about me, and it makes you wonder if you're doing the right thing all the time. And I think there has to be a point where if we're all gonna die, you might have to give a little bit of yourself up to save us. And that sucks. And it has nothing to do with right and wrong. It could be the wrong thing, but sometimes you have to do it for the right reasons. And I'm not gonna make that judgment call for you. I just want you to be open to that idea, because I don't want to be in a situation where we're fighting each other and then all of us end up.
Okay.
And you are the moral center of this group. I want you to keep that, but I can't bear to lose anyone else, okay?
Okay. I'm gonna try my best to. Maybe it's asking too much to have it all, but I'm gonna try my best because I'm gonna heal him if he needs healing, and I'm gonna heal myself if I need healing. But I'm not gonna kill something. I don't want to kill anything.
I'm not
But-
asking you to
but if I
kill,
have-
I'm just saying,
I'm not gonna attack something without reason. Everything needs to be defended, even ogres.
I know.
If you don't know that they're bad, they have to be defended. That's the right thing to do.
The right thing sometimes isn't the best thing.
Okay. We're just gonna have to agree to disagree for now.
I don't even know if I agree with myself. I just. I'm sorry.
You don't apologize. We're gonna get this figured out, and we're gonna learn, and we're gonna move forward as a group, and we're gonna figure it out, and it will be fine. But what we have to do is, in every moment, we have to make the decision that's right for the moment. And sometimes that decision is hard, but you know when it's the right decision because it feels like the right decision. So I'm not worried about it, because I'll know what the right decision is, because it will feel like the right decision.
Your windows open or closed?
They're open.
I would say like 3 or 4 butterflies sort of fly in at that conversation.
Is one of them familiar looking?
They
Oh.
just sort of flitter about the room as you say those things.
Hi, friends.
Sort of
See?
land
Do I
on the
see them?
You do.
these caterpillar?
Oh, well, they came from caterpillars. But they're at butterflies. Like a butterfly.
But the
Probably from a caterpillar.
The caterpillar.
Oh, no, these ones aren't the caterpillar.
But were they sent by the caterpillar?
Well, I don't know. I didn't ask them. Do you want me to?
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh, wait. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm losing track. I think I can talk to them. Ish?
You can talk to beasts. I don't know if you can speak to insects.
I didn't realize it was different. Okay. I'm just going to assume that I can't then. So, and I will find out if I can at some point later. Yeah, actually I can't ask them. I mean, I it would be really cool, but
Okay.
I can't talk to butterflies that oh, speech of beast and leaf. No, never mind. I can just influence them. Never mind. It would be really cool if I could talk to butterflies. Maybe I have to figure out a way to do that.
Okay.
It sounds like we may be around butterflies once in a while now.
I don't mind.
Me either. They're very pretty.
I think the two of you sit and just very chilling, sort of enjoying sort of this.
Hey, you want to see this new book I got? Maybe
Sure.
we can look at this for a little while.
Yeah.
It's got plants in it and probably some animal stuff, like local flora and fauna.
Oh.
I'm
Go
not
bonding for
interested in
fun.
all, but I'll say yes anyways.
Yeah, the two of you sit and he excitedly shakes his head at the appropriate moments as you sort of read these books. Mandrake, as you head to your room that evening, as you are resting in your quarters and sort of stretching and spending some time with the hat, there is a sound of movement outside of your door, and something is slid underneath it, wrapped in cloth.
I'm going to look very closely at it before I touch it.
It is just plain cloth that's
Okay.
slid under the door. You carefully unfold it, and inside is a Cheshire pendant.
Okay.
So am I still, if I'm still like in my man cave, doing that whole thing, after a while of reflection and meditation, I'm gonna leave and walk on down back to the room to talk to Dave for a minute.
Sure. The only thing I need to know of is whether you put it on.
Yeah, I put it on.
Cool. We'll deal with that in a second. Yeah.
Entrez-vous.
So I'll just slowly open it, and you asked me if you were enough. And you're always going to be enough. There's parts of me that need more, but you fill the void of this side, and I don't ask that you be more or less than you are. That is perfect for everything I need. And I'm just slowly just start making my way closer to her. You don't need to doubt, and you don't need to worry. Everything I love about you, just don't change it.
Oh, that's a big word.
I enjoy about you.
As he says everything I love about you, and there's a visible reaction from her, and enjoy is a fine word too.
Like a lot.
Everything I love about you, you hear a whisper in the back of your mind.
Oh no.
It's a familiar voice to you.
Mine?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Like beast kind of voice?
It's a beast kind of voice.
What's it saying?
It says pack.
So I'm gonna hold my arms out to see if she'll accept like a hug or just an embrace of some sort.
I think for the first time, she just doesn't like really have words. She just kind of like grudgingly like holds out a hand.
So I'll take her hand. I'm just gonna slowly just bring her in closely and closer, until I'm able to just like wrap my arms around her and just kind of hold her. But like one of those like from the front, but just kind of like get you hold from the back and just like you know, a ghost moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just gonna kind of hold her like that.
It's funny that you mentioned that. I'm working on some clay.
Fantastic. So this works even better. So we're gonna see the Allman Brothers together. This will be great. So
Okay.
or the Righteous Brothers. So I'm just gonna hold her there real quick. Just
You spend the night with her?
I think we're just gonna stay in that moment together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Before evening time, I'm communing with my pendant to see if I can
Yeah.
detect magic on it, and then just spending time with it too. Because I don't know anything about it, but you know, butterflies, caterpillars.
Sure. You spend a little time communing with the necklace, and there is a sense of warmth, and you feel a closeness. You're reminded of those times where you would spend time. You're reminded of all those times that you spent in the presence of the caterpillar and stuff like that.
Is there any sort of magic with detect magic associated with it?
It is. As you cast detect magic, you're not sensing any arcane school of magic. You're sensing You're sensing divine energy. It's a different frame of magic. It's the stuff paladins and clerics and all of that stuff. You pick up on the energy of the divine. So you're feeling closer, but there's a sense of contentment, and it's this encouragement. You made the right choice. It was not the easy choice. You made the right choice in terms of sparing life and things of that sort. So as you put on the pendant and you spend a little bit of time communing with the Cheshire pendant, the hat starts flipping out a little bit. Like not in a bad way, but just starts moving around the room and like knocking lamp over, almost like a petulant like cat or dog that's freaking out, storming outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over and grab the hat and say, "What's wrong with you?"
You start shaking the hat a little bit. You start shaking the hat, and you've been holding on to it as it's sort of running around the room. And what's wrong with you? And as you say that again, the pendant feels a little warm against your skin.
Okay. I'm gonna reach up and grab the pendant.
Okay, you reach up and grab the pendant, and as you do, that warmth and that energy gets like hotter and hotter and hotter. And as it does, it's not burning you, but it's definitely like you're feeling it. And then it breaks through something. It's catharsis. It's like pushing through. It's like when your skin gets cut and that blood starts coming out a little bit.
Okay.
There's a voice that sort of comes out, and you hear, "He's probably pissed because he knows that I made it."
You made what?
The hat, dingus. Oh my god, you can hear me.
Do I recognize the voice? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheshire?
Hello. I love the necklace. It suits you so well.
So I belong to Chaos.
Wouldn't go that far. I don't know if I'm ready to claim you yet. We're just starting. It's a courtship. I gave you a present. We don't immediately jump to being in bed together, but yes. I mean, there is a little bit of chaos and a hat that flies off people's heads with razor blades in the brim, dear boy.
I guess that's fair.
I'd say it's more than fair. I was very fond of your great-grandfather, and we worked together on several things.
Several things, like what?
That's a good question.
And do you have an answer?
I do.
And will you give it to me?
No.
I figured as much.
It's way more fun to not. But I am quite proud of you. You're holding to the family name admirably.
Well, I guess that's something.
What do you mean you guess that's something? That is something. Look at you. Little mandrake, all grown up.
So, I heard these pendants grant special abilities?
Yes, if you combine them all, you take the form of a giant purple slimy thing with unlimited power.
You've got to be kidding.
I am.
That's
That'd
what
be
I thought.
ridiculous. Oh my God, could you imagine people trying to combine pendants? Look at me, I'm a purple slimy thing. You're gross.
So, what does the Cheshire pendant do? Can I don't know.
Well, honestly, it grants you 9 lives if you're attuned to it.
9 lives.
Oh my God, this is so easy. You're just falling for every single thing I say. No, it's not like that. This is not a switch that you turn on and off. This is just a connection, a reference point. Think of this as an anchor to me. Everyone is a bunch of little threads that sort of reach out and vary out in all different directions. Grim, what's his name, has got an anchor to whatever his name is, and then everyone else has different anchors to different points. Honestly, the green one is so blatantly over the top, in love, connected to the caterpillar that it makes me sick. She doesn't even need a pendant. It's like putting a heart on the Red Queen. Oh, we get it.
So that's why the pendant didn't do anything.
Why the pendant didn't do anything?
I mean, she didn't act like it did anything when I gave it to her.
She doesn't need it.
Okay.
She lives it every day. With her actions, with her words, with her thoughts.
So, Bizzleby said that I need more power to take down Red Jack.
Is that what you heard?
Well, he said I had to be smarter.
That does not translate into you need more power.
So
I would not substitute taking a child to school to get them smarter to here's a bigger stick, go beat up the other kids. Actually, no, I would do that. That sounds quite entertaining, but I'm a chaos god.
So, what kind of chaos can you help me unleash on Red Jack?
That is a very good question. If you want to make someone really upset, truly upset, really upset that they start messing up how they do things, do you know the best way to do that?
Destroy the world underneath them?
I mean, that's always an option. I was thinking by you not getting upset. You're too easily pushed, dear. I mean, with everything he throws at you, he gets a reaction. You know what you might need.
What's that?
How about a tea party? And the voice fades from your mind. And the hat comes like scurrying back up and pops onto your head. That will be the night, unless someone has something planned or has something that they want to do for that evening. We will just.
I was gonna try something stupid, but I don't know if I want to ruin that ending.
Yeah, you good?
I'm good.
So what I'm gonna do is I can shift just whenever I need to, right?
Last a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna shift and cover Day's mouth.
You're covering Day's mouth.
Yeah.
This is new.
Okay.
So
I would say
he's
you're laying
covering.
in bed. He covers your mouth.
And then I'm gonna step out of the shadows.
You're in our room?
And you're like, okay.
This is
Chuck
new.
this up too. I haven't. It's not like I haven't thought about it, but
I mean, it's not really my thing, but if you're into it.
With a dagger in my hand,
Okay.
Hold on, stop. No, wait. Are you stepping out of the shadows into my room? Because that will be a different thing.
Give me a perception as you sneak into the room while they were sleeping. Give me stealth as you sneak into the room.
Okay.
So this is while she's still asleep.
Nope. God damn it.
Can I help you out?
So
Can I help you out?
that was the only thing. Hang on. No. We gotta play this out. You're sleeping. You hear the door creak open, and as you get up, it's the equivalent of him in the antique shop again, with his hand up on the door. Like you see like Mandrake coming into the room.
So this is actually happening.
Yeah.
This is not okay. I'm listening.
You're up. Mandrake just tried to come. You just heard the door creak. You kind of woke up from a sleepy sleep.
Hand over mouth.
Mm-hmm. I think he
Terrible
puts the hand over the
sleep.
mouth as you wake up and you see Mandrake. You see him put his hand over your mouth.
Oh my gosh. She's just gonna message. What the fuck, man? Like.
And I'm gonna use grapple.
Are you freaking kidding?
On her?
Yeah. Just to hold her in time.
Give me a D20. Actually, no. Roll initiative for me. All three of you roll initiative.
Okay, if it's a straight
Keep
D20,
that-
should've done it
that's
all.
16. Initiative is going to be
Done it.
21.
21 initiative.
5.
Okay.
6.
Okay. Hand over the mouth. Give me a contested strength check on this one. You can make it.
Cool.
You do acrobatics
That's
or
No.
nat 20.
Do I even roll?
athletics. We're
Yes.
using the old roll,
Okay.
the first one.
Gotcha.
You said I could use acrobatics?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 17.
She gets slippery on you, but he rolled a little bit high, and so you notice that basically he slides up behind you and sort of grapples you, and so that all that means is your movement is cut to 0. You still have full action, you still have full abilities and stuff like that.
Okay.
So he sidles up beside her in bed and sort of wraps himself around her. Okay, it is your move.
Okay. I have the sunflower from the previous episode, the one that makes you fall asleep,
Okay.
in one hand,
Okay.
and I'm just going to say to her, now you're going to tell me everything you know about the Red Keep and Red Jack.
That's where we're going to cut the episode then. We're going to come back with your move to give her a move. Oh, you're about to get beat down. Weird, messed up episode with Thoe attacking Grim and Grim attacking Day and Mandrake attacking everyone and Nick's asleep. So that's where we're going to end the episode. We'll come back next week with an exciting episode of Wonder for birthday shenanigans.
It's going to be a really fun birthday party.
Who likes cake with their emotional distress?
Don't cry.
Don't cry. But we will see you guys soon, and we'll with another amazing episode of Wonder. Stay tuned. Thursday, like I said, we've got Creative Chaos, but we will see you soon. All right. Bye.
Oh.
Thanks for all the follows.
Bye.
Follow, subscribe. Indigo Connect.